Hello and welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Today we are checking out these adorable Whittle dies from Poppy Stamp, and I'm playing around with this little Whittle avocado and the Whittle lizard. These are just adorable and so much fun to play with. Let's take a look at this little avocado. I love that it has 3 die sets to it, but that they're all connected so that you don't lose any of the pieces. And then I'm going to open up this little lizard, or Whittle lizard I should say, and look at this guy. He's so adorable. He reminds me of my buddy Bob, which I'll introduce you to later. I've gone ahead and die cut out these Whittle images with some white cardstock, and I'm just using my Copic markers to color in for the colors that I want for these little images. You can definitely go ahead and use colored cardstock if you like. I just thought this would be quicker for me, as I didn't have kind of the colors of cardstock that I wanted, so this worked well for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and I wanted a different color for this little avocado, so I changed it up a little bit, and I liked that color combination a little bit better. And I'm going to go ahead and, of course, I have to color this little guy like my buddy Bob. My son has a bearded dragon, and he's fast become my little crafting buddy. The two of us hang out all day and work together, and I never thought I would be a lover of a lizard, but this little guy is so cool and so much fun. I can't wait for you to meet him. Anyways, I'm just going to use 2 separate colors here. You can see the color combinations that I used on the screen, and now I'm simply just using the Distress ink in what is this? This is the, I always forget the color of this. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'll link them, all the things that I used, down below for sure. I just wanted to use some simple distress inking with my blending brush here, because the images are so adorable on their own. I don't want to take away from them, but I do want something to ground them. So I'm going to go ahead and just ink up all my card bases, which are 3.5 by 3.5 inches. To adhere these little images down, I'm going to use some art glitter glue. This is a really great strong glue, although if you are a beginner, you might want to use the Gina K Connect glue. It's just a little more forgiving in terms of giving you a little bit more time to wiggle the pieces into position before it sticks, whereas art glitter glue, it sticks when you put it down. So just something to keep in mind. I'm using my little tweezers here, as that little avocado has almost little arms that you tuck this little, what do you call that? What do you call the inside of an avocado? Is it a stone or the pit? But you tuck the little, I'll call it a pit. You tuck the little pit inside, almost like his little arms there, and I just opened them up and then glued it down there, and then closed the little arms up again, and it looks like he's holding it. It's just adorable. I love it so much. And then because they are tiny, I have to use my reverse tweezers here just to hold the image, so I can put the glue on the back of these little guys so that I can layer them together. These cards were so much fun to make, and it took no time at all to put them together, which is really great when you're trying to get a whole bunch of cards done at one time. There are so many of these Whittle dies to choose from. This is only 2 of them. You're going to see lots more throughout this blog post, and also I'll link over at my blog and down below to all the little selections that they have. They have a fox, they have ocean themes like dolphins and fish, and oh my goodness, there's just so many cute little dies to choose from, and they're at an amazing price point. So I highly recommend you pop on over to Scrap and Stamp's site and check out all the ones that they have in stock now. Again, so much fun to play with. So I'm just simply layering up these 2 little avocados, and then we're going to go ahead and I'll glue down my lizards as well. For the sentiments, I didn't have any sentiment stamps in my stash that worked well, so I decided to use these word balloons, also from Poppy Stamp, and I thought they would just be really adorable to play with, and I think they're going to be really great to use on other cards as well, not just with these Whittle dies. So yeah, and I love how, again, all of them are together in this one little plate. You can die cut out all 5 of those at once and then store the rest. So I've gone ahead and die cut those out, and I have just wrote on my own sentiments onto these little bubbles. You can use a stamp sentiment for sure. I just didn't have any that I liked, so I wanted to, I just hand wrote mine in. And again, I'm going to adhere this down with some art glitter glue, but as I'm doing this, I realize that the little bubble just doesn't stand out enough for me. It's just too white on the background. I want it to pop a little bit. So what I end up doing is I end up inking the edges with some vintage photo distress ink, just to give it a little bit of, I don't know, dimension, or just to help it pop off the page, really. It just gives it a little something, just so it's not so stark white. And yeah, so I just quickly ink up the edges on this, and then I adhere it down with the art glitter glue. I'm going to do the same thing for these cute little lizard cards. This one says Leaping Lizards. Again, just inking up the edges just to pop off that little word balloon a little more from the background, adhering it down with my art glitter glue, and I just think that is stinking adorable. I had so much fun making these cards. Again, super quick, super easy. These dies can really stand on their own, or you can add them with different stamping or different dies. There's also, I think, some really cute cactus whittle dies that would work well with this little lizard. And I'm just, again, going to hand write on the inside of this. The outside reads Leaping Lizards, and now I'm just handwriting on the inside, it's your birthday. Alright, I'm going to show you the cards that I made. I made 4 cards, 2 of each. So the first one says, I've gotta tell you, you're great. The second one says, I know guac is extra, but so are you. I think that's so hilarious. And then for our little lizard friends, I knew it was your birthday. Have a great day. And then again, this Leaping Lizards, it's your birthday. Now, as I had talked about my little crafting buddy Bob, this is my son's bearded dragon, and I wanted to introduce him to you guys. He's usually with me hanging out, crafting along. This is Bob. Kind of hard to see him at this camera angle, but he was so excited to hang out and do these leaping lizard cards with me and these little whittle designs from Poppy Stamps. They're so much fun, and yeah, can't tell, but he really is happy. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll show you a picture of him looking happy, because when he's happy, he's adorable. Let's take a look at him looking happy right now. Look at this face. Isn't that stinking adorable? How can you not like this little critter? Here is Bob hanging out with the cards that I made today. And, you know, we were looking at them together, and then Bob gave me this look. They looked great, but there was something missing, and it was the eyes. They needed googly eyes. Thanks, Bob, for letting me know that with your sweet, adorable look. So I added these little googly eyes to the finished cards, and I think that was the missing thing, and it just, yeah, it makes me so happy to look at these guys. Thanks so much for joining me, guys, and make sure you head on over to the other blog hop participants. I'll link everything down below. Enjoy your day. I just want to thank you so much for spending your time with me today. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're looking for specific materials that I've used in today's video, go ahead and check out the links down below. As well, I'd really love it if you sent me some snail mail. I'm always interested to know what you guys have been up to and what you've been creating, and I'd love to share your cards on my next video. Thanks so much again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. P.S. I love you.